Technology and entrepreneurship have become closely interwoven. You need to put in place a good policy for your organization to grow, no matter how big or small it may be. My take is that if you adopt the right technology, then you should be able to go on with operational costs, and most importantly, create an opportunity for startups to hit the ground running in no time, and also scale up their businesses as the need arises. Joining me to discuss this issue is Emeka Okafor, a serial entrepreneur and an economist. Emeka is a founder of ConnectNigeria.com, an informational portal. He is also a passionate business person and has been organizing yearly business affairs since 2012 to encourage networking among SMEs. Welcome to Tech Trends.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right, tell us, how can technology help grow businesses?
Oh, it's very simple. What humans can do, technology can do faster and at a cheaper rate. If you have a software installed in your system, you could help calculate how much you're making, how much you're spending, and so on and so forth. The other ways you can do this is advertising, and ads have become a lot cheaper now because of technology. You could have targeted ads to your specific audience or people you think are your audience. Also, technology when it comes to manufacturing, obviously with the robots, with the computer design, animation, and prototyping, even before you bring your first product out, it helps you save costs in the trial and error phase of not using computers. Let me bring it back to Nigeria here, where we have a lot of SMEs. I think with the communication devices you have now, your smartphones, your tablets, and your laptops, your desktops, you can do so much more than you could have done 5, 10, 15 years ago.
So in your assessment, do you think businesses are actually keen into all this?
I believe so. A statistic just came out that there are about close to 100 million people on the internet with their phones. And a lot of them do business on their phones.
You mean Nigeria?
In Nigeria, yes.
Oh,
I thought I mentioned that. Yes, in Nigeria. Close to 100 million on their phones. You know, the telcos now understand this, getting more competitive. The ISPs also understand this. I had one call me and ask me why I'm not making as much calls as I used to in the past. And I told her, I do a lot more emails, you know, I do a lot more messaging, and so on and so forth. So my need to make a lot of phone calls, there's no need again, you know. For me, emails are more efficient. At least you can always remember what you said to the person, or the person can remember what they said to you.
Always a history.
Exactly.
You know, but a lot of SMEs particularly will say that the customers they serve aren't tech savvy, so why should they bother about technology?
That's a mistake. My dad is 72. He just got on one of the messaging WhatsApp a few months ago. I was shocked.
Interesting.
Yeah. I just saw something from him when I woke up, and I was like, wow, you know, because I never knew he would be interested in stuff like that, but he uses it every day. He's sending me something new. Now, he has an email, yes, but he doesn't use it all the time. But now you could send out things via your phone, you know. People who say people don't check emails, yes, it's true, they don't check emails, but you should not use technology because of that. People browse websites, they find what they're looking for, they can give you a call, or they can send you a form mail from your website. They don't have to have an email or website to use those things. So yeah, you can definitely engage people who do not have email addresses, but you can engage them very well using technology.
Okay, let's talk about some of the free tools and systems that you believe SMEs or business owners should be using today.
Like I just mentioned one of them, WhatsApp. I guess it's a cross-platform, means you can get it on iOS, Apple, you can get it on Android, you can get it on BlackBerry, basically every phone. You can get it on every phone. And this is something that is pretty much taking away SMS. I think they said it was 1 trillion WhatsApp messages sent last year or something like that. You could send longer message. It doesn't cost you extra to send, as long as you have internet. That's one of it. There are a lot of apps you can get on your BlackBerry World or your Apple iTunes Store or your Google Play Store. There are a lot of apps you can get. It really depends on what you are doing as a business person. There's apps for accounting, apps for Excel, you know. So people can get the apps that can help you create little commercials, you know, with pictures. Add music, add pictures, and you have a commercial. You have your apps for putting typography on a flyer or a banner or whatever. But again, these things are free. However, people who run businesses shouldn't focus on that because it takes away time, which is valuable. What they should do is outsource these things. Find people who do this for a living. You know, your social media today, you know, it is big in growing businesses and they're free. Am I allowed to mention? Facebook, Google, Yahoo, Twitter, and so on and so forth. They're big with, you know, helping people grow their businesses now. They take word of mouth and they make it exponential, you know. And you can do all these things for free. However, if you're not savvy, if you don't have the time for it, there are young people, which is a blessing Nigeria has today. You know, 75% of our population is under 35, and a lot of them have taken on social media tremendously. Yeah. And technology. So you can hire people, you know, they don't need to be quote unquote experts or gurus. They can learn on the job, help you. It's better than what you did before.
Yeah, but it's one thing to try to use these things that you have mentioned, these services, tools,
yes.
apps. But again, the management, which you mentioned partly, but you know, a lot of people will say, if I don't need to hire another staff, why do I need to bring in somebody else?
Oh,
I mean, how do they draw the balance?
Take for instance, you hire somebody who is a freelancer, and you pay them 50,000 naira a month. This is just hypothetical. You know, it could be more, it could be less, but the guy helps you grow your business by 10 or 20%. Last year, you made a turnover of 2 to 10 million. Growing it by 10% means that you've made between 200,000 extra and 1 million naira extra just from doing nothing. You know, the guy is what his pay. You don't have to bother about it. More people know about your products and services, and you get more returns from whatever you're doing. You're not working harder. Plus, you're doing the nation a favor. You're making one youth less jobless. You know, so it's a win-win-win for everybody.
What software tool or app that you think small businesses should focus on at the initial stage?
I would say the CRM tools out there.
By CRM, you mean?
Customer
relationship
management. You know, you want to have something that you know the guy's birthday, what he ordered last, and so on and so forth, so that you can help personalize your business to him. So if you know that his birthday is on June 1st, before June 1st it prompts you the birthday is coming. You order a cake or whatever, say, oh, thank you for being a loyal customer, happy birthday. The person remembers you when he wants to do something tomorrow. He calls you before he calls anybody else because you're what we call top of mind awareness. You know, those tools are out there. I don't have a specific name, but there are a lot of them that are cheap and free that you can download from either the web or App Store. Mobile is big, so if you're doing a lot of things on mobile, and actually, you have to permit me to say this, there's a company, a Nigerian company that has won, you probably know of them, several awards. They created one, it's called Workspace. No, sorry, ProWorks. He probably, if he hasn't been on your show, you should get him on your show. You know, he's a young Nigerian. He's won awards all over the world, and his stuff works very well. It's a project management tool and also a CRM tool, you know, integrated. And it's cheap. It's quite cheap, you know. People can get that and grow their business with it.
Now, but do you think going forward, I mean, I want to take this a bit into the tech space, for example. What should we be doing to ensure that we get more Nigerian tech products in the international market?
By supporting them. That's number one. If we don't support them, they die. And when they die, they don't get any international exposure. You know, we're a little bit critical about what comes out of Nigeria. I don't know why, but we just started this recently in Nigeria. We're not up to 20 years. Other countries have been doing it for 40, 60 years. So ours is just like Nollywood. People compare Nollywood to Hollywood, and Hollywood is over 200 years old, and they expect Nollywood is 20 years to catch up with. Anyway, you do support the local people. That's why we put up events that help promote them also. You do support the local people. When they get traction in the Nigerian market, chances are people abroad will also notice them. If they saw, there's a guy actually who does apps, game apps, and his biggest downloads are in Brazil. He has about 10 million, he's a Nigerian. He has over, you know him, yeah. He has about 10 million downloads. You know, that's incredible. He's doing it here from Lagos, you know. So once we support them, they get the courage to do more, and they grow, you know. And the barriers are broken. International community will find them and use them, you know. But if we don't support them here, either encouraging what they do or paying for their services, they'll die a natural death, you know. Wow. They'll die a natural death.
Wow. Well, Emeka, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you very much.
We shall have you again.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Nice being here.
You heard Emeka. We need to support our own tech startups. And if you're an SME out there, technology is actually your friend, so embrace it. We'll be right back. I'd like to start this segment by addressing repeated queries on Facebook, Twitter, and also email asking where some of the gadgets we have reviewed can be purchased. Well, my suggestion is to check out in the open market or online. We would be more specific on this show when we must have concluded discussions with some partners. So until then, our focus remains keeping you informed every week. Dolakbo dropped this message on our Facebook page saying she needs more details about online marketing. Well, online marketing is basically a process of engaging in some form of transaction on the internet. And if you want to be profitable, then you should ensure your offering are compelling enough to get people to pay. We have treated this topic in the past, so I suggest you visit the Channels TV YouTube channel to check out some of the previous editions of the show. Thank you for sending your questions and comments weekly. I apologize we can't take all of them, but please keep them coming via social media or through our email. I'd like to end today's show with a food for thought quote by Albert Einstein. And he says, "It has become appalling obvious that our technology has exceeded our humanity." I really do wonder what his thoughts would have been in today's world. But I'd love to hear what you think about the quote. Keep your comments and questions coming. My name is Emeka Okafor. Let's do it again next week. But until then, think innovation.